You know, it's hard to believe how late in the year it is, but there are way too many people convinced it's April 1st. Oh my god. Hey, so I had the weirdest fucking dream last night. I had the weirdest fucking dream last night. This is not really related to anything. Oh shit. A band you like cold water parks usually says. That's funny. Oh yeah, I didn't follow up on that dream at all. So last night I had a dream where I came to work and I was told as I was clocking in that they need everybody in the back because we have a situation unfolding that we need to discuss. There were customers in the building. It was like the beginning of a night shift. So this was around 4 p.m. in the dream. And mind you, I cannot stress this enough. Like, it was a pretty uncomfortable dream. Usually when I have a bad dream, I can identify that it's a dream because something about the dream will make absolutely no sense. But there was enough about this dream that was realistic that all the unpleasant parts of the dream seemed plausible and believable. So, that said, it is also still kind of funny in a weird way. Alright, so we're having a meeting in the back stairwell, right? And while we're there are police cars in the parking lot. Hooray, batteries, yeah. Imagine Tim streaming in VR, be like, "Hey-o, chat!" God. Yeah, from what little I have played of Half-Life Alyx, it is pretty solid. I mostly just dicked around at the beginning, like reading the backs of the books that were lying around and marveling at the fluid inside the bottles and drawing on the glass with markers, which reminded me of Duke Nukem Forever, honestly. You know, it's funny. Half-Life Alyx reminds me of Duke Nukem Forever in good ways. It reminds me of the things I like about Duke Nukem Forever. Dreams never think anything is off in them. Like, there was one where, legit, your living room was almost like a basement with a window near the top and the door in the air. And you thought nothing of it. You were like, yep, this is totally normal. This is exactly... Now, yeah. Dream logic is so weird. It's so weird and it's never consistent. But yeah, so we're having this staff meeting in the very back, in the stairwell, and there's police cars outside, visible through the door in the stairwell. This was like... This dream, like, the more I thought back and remembered it after I woke up, the more I realized this dream actually, like, perfectly matches real life, and it didn't do dream logic. It just worked like a real situation that was unfolding. But the situation was this. They told us, hey, look, about 20 minutes ago, about 20 minutes ago in the basement freezer, shortly before shift change, and while customers were in the building, they had discovered a body. The managers were telling us that a body had been discovered in the basement freezer. And so the police have come out, and we're just telling you now, before news gets out. Hey Darcy, good to see you. I'm talking about this weird dream I had. Now, before news gets out, uh, uh, we would rather you all we would rather you heard it all from us first. But the identity of the body is actor Jason Alexander. So George Costanza from fucking Seinfeld. And I said, the coroner came out. It has been deemed a accidental death. As far as I can tell, we're probably not going to be held liable for anything. We don't know how he got in here. We don't know what he was doing here. Just gave you no, bitch, it's my idea. No, I'm claiming this one. That felt like a dark humor bit. Matt, it was so weird. Matthias, it was so fucking weird, dude. It was so fucking weird. Like seriously. That sounds like a George Costanza death, not gonna lie. Here's the thing. In the dream, I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, this is a weirdly Seinfeld-esque situation. He just wound up dead in the fucking walk-in like he fell, and couldn't open the door from the inside. I've seen people struggle with opening the door from the inside. It's not locked or anything, but some people don't understand that it's just you just take the disc, you press it in, and then it's open. And some people don't understand that. The doors are designed so that you cannot possibly get locked in, but some people just don't understand how to operate the door. So they're telling us what has happened, who it was. They're also telling us now. The police are here. We're trying to work out the logistics of removing the body from the freezer without damaging it. Because again, the body is frozen. The final episode of Seinfeld, George frantically wiggling the handle, banging on the glass as the laugh track blares in the background. That is so nightmarish, dude. That is so nightmarish, but I can hear it. I can see it and I can hear it. Help! Somebody! Open up! I was just trying to get some ice cream! There would be some sort of contrived weird reason. Maybe he had been going to the restaurant and his favorite cake just got taken off the menu, but he's convinced that there's more in the basement. Something like that. Yeah, Jerry, get me out, Jerry! So, yeah, I can absolutely see it. And so it's so in the dream, Jason Alexander is he's just dead in the freezer, and they're trying to figure out how they're gonna move him. So they've shut off the freezer. They can't move the body as it is because rigor mortis and it being frozen. They're worried about breaking him literally. But also, here's the other thing. They're saying don't go back there. Don't go back there. We're trying to figure it out. But for the time being, the restaurant is going to remain open, and there's a reason why. They actually explained the reasons why to us, which was look, the freezer in the basement, no one, the body was discovered in the basement freezer before shift change. The restaurant was fully stocked on food in the upstairs cooler, which means nobody needs to actually go into that freezer for that shift. So there is not going to be like, we're not serving food that's been in the proximity of a dead body. We're not serving food that's been in the proximity of a dead body, but also we are going to lose all of the inventory that's in that freezer, because all of it's going to have to be thrown out after the body is removed. The freezer's going to have to be deep cleaned, and we don't know how long we're going to be out of operation after this incident. So we're going to finish out this shift because we don't know when the next time we're going to open is, and also we are hoping to God that we can remove his body before the media becomes aware that he has passed. We're hoping that we can get his body removed and in the custody of his family before any of this is made public, and we are just hoping to God that the details of his demise are not made public, because we're worried that that could actually, like, ruin the restaurant forever. You bet Jerry and Julia Louis-Dreyfus respond to this death on social media. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, nobody knows yet. So at this point, the only people who know about the death of Jason Alexander are the cops who showed up to the scene and the staff at this restaurant. And we are trying, here's the thing, this is why this feels so fucking Seinfeld. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to, like, the people who are trying to, like, remove his body are trying to get his body free, and also, like, out the back stairwell and conceal it so that the ambulance can take it away and nobody's the wiser. So that element of it felt very Seinfeld-esque. Was all of the, like, weird trying to cover things up, and, like, you know, and the staff is just, like, waiting on their tables and, like, acting like nothing's wrong and not knowing if we're going to be there the next day. Just super weird fucking dream. And I remember saying to the GM, a great guy, by the way, and I'm not saying that because I'm on video and this stream is archived and there's the potential for people to go back and watch it. I'm saying that generally. Like, genuinely, the GM is a great guy. I will not name drop him, but I say to him in the dream, shortly after he explains to me what they're trying to do, and just, like, you know, just everybody deserved to know what was going on, and just please keep this to yourselves, and and I say to him, I was like, you know, this actually itself feels like a Seinfeld episode. And I was in the dream trying to, like, relieve some of the tension, and he just was not having it. He just looks at me and he's just like, a man died, Tim. Oh. Oh. So that's the dream I had last night. and I woke up and the first thing I did was I went to Jason Alexander's Wikipedia. I was like, okay, so that wasn't real. What the fuck was that? That started off creepy, but got real funny real quick when I said it was George Costanza. Right, like, what the fuck? Now, the thing is, the dream as I experienced it was really fucking unsettling, because it was stressful, because I didn't know if I was, like, gonna have a job anymore soon. I was worried about public backlash and lost income, and, like, there were so many things that I was nervous about regarding the situation in the dream. I was just like, fuck, this is the death of my restaurant. But yeah, like, describing it, the fact that it is fucking George Costanza, like, what the actual fuck is this dream? I'm imagining like Jason Alexander, but in character as George Costanza, like, you know, shivering and holding on. And right as he's starting to draw his final breaths, he sees an apparition before him, the spectral figure of Marissa Tomei. George is like, I finally have my shot with Marissa Tomei, and then just fucking dies. I gotta clip this whole part of the stream or make a story time video about this dream. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a video about it, probably. Because it is one of the weirdest dreams I've ever had. It's also one of the most logical dreams I've ever had. Like, literally the only part of it that is like a dead giveaway that it's a dream is that it's Jason Alexander for no fucking reason. And I don't know why I had Jason Alexander on my mind. Let's see, you were at Walmart, you volunteered to help them for free in the back, and they had this huge table.